Something was rotten in the state of Denmark. The king was dead, poisoned by a serpent in his orchard. So, it was said, his brother was the new king.
And the queen, Hamlet's mother, was now Dept's brother wife. Hamlet became deeply upset and events proved grim as they unfolded.
As Hamlet kept watch with his friend Horatio on the battlements of Elsinore Castle, his father's ghost appeared to him and told how Claudius had murdered him.
List, if that is ever thy dear father love, revenge is foul and most unnatural murder. Murder? Murder most foul, as in the best it is. 'Tis given out that sleeping in my orchard a serpent stung me, but know thou noble youth, the serpent that stung thy father's life now is his crown. Oh my prophetic soul, my uncle?
Claudius and Gertrude are getting prepared for their union. Hamlet comes in and they quarrel about Hamlet's the prince behavior. But now my cousin Hamlet and my son, how is it that the clouds don't hang on you? Good Hamlet, cast thy night color off and let thine eye look like a friend of dimmer. Do not forever with thy veil seek for thy noble father in the dust.
Oh, that this, too solid, flesh will melt. Fire resolve itself into a dew, or that the everlasting had not fixed its cannon against self-slaughter. And self-slaughter. Oh God, how weird it seems to me, all the uses of this world. Hamlet kept the ghost revelation a secret, while all the court noticed how unstable Hamlet had become.
Even Ophelia, his girlfriend, suffered from Hamlet's feelings as they fluctuated between tenderness and scorn.
I did love thee once.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
You should not have believed me. I love you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nunnery. Go. Farewell.
And I of late is most dejected and wretched, that suck the honey of his music vows. Oh, woe is me to have seen what I have seen, see what I see.
Unable to trust anyone in court, Hamlet left miserable and confused. Should he take his own life or his father murder Claudius?
Hamlet is alone debating with himself whether or not to take his own life.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether to love within the mind to suffer, and the slings and arrows have found raging sport, or to take up arms against the sea of troubles, and by opposing them, to die, to sleep no more.
Then the arrival of an acting troupe gave Hamlet an idea of how to unmask King Claudius. He will get them to reenact the ghost version of the murder and see how Claudius reacts to the play. I'll have these players play something like the murder of my father before mine uncle. I'll observe his looks. I'll take him to the quick. If he bought Blanche, I'll know my course. The play's the thing where I'll catch the conscience of the king.
Before the assembled court, the actors, on Hamlet's orders, put on the play, mimicking the ghost story of this murder and its consequences. Claudius was so affected by the murder scene, he rushed from the room. Hamlet no longer doubted his uncle's guilt.
The Gates band, thrice blessed, thrice infected, thy natural magic and their property, O wholesome life and serve me.
Ah!
Give me some light! Away!
Later, Hamlet, with his friend Horatio is in a cemetery brooding about death and humanity. He notices a gravedigger working with a body and is informed that the body is his family's former district.
This same skull, sir, was Zorp's skull, the king's jester.
Let me see. Alas, poor York. I knew him, Horatio, a full of infinite jest, most excellent fancy. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times. And now, how poor to my imagination it is.
Claudius and Laertes plotted to kill Hamlet and make his death look like an accident. They will tempt Hamlet into a sword fight whereby Laertes will use a poisoned sword instead of a bronze sword.
Claudius also prepared a cup of poison drink in case Laertes failed to kill him. The stage was set to dispose of Hamlet.
The queen carouses to thy fortune, Hamlet.
Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord. I pray you pardon me.
It is a poison cup. It is too late. My lord, I him now.
Come to the third, Laertes. You do but dalliance. I pray you, pass with your best violence.
Say you so. Come on. I got you now. Let's go. Nay, come again.
While this fight was happening, Laertes drops his poisoned sword as Hamlet drops his. They each pick up the other's sword.
Hamlet, it is here. Thou art slain in a judgment, in hand. Unbidden. The king is the blame.
Hamlet forces Claudius to drink from the poison cup.
Drink off this potion. Is thy union here? Follow my mother. Oh God, Horatio, if thou dost ever hold me in thy heart, absent me from felicity a while, and in this harsh world draw thy breath in pain to tell my story, the rest is silent. Good night, sweet friend, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.